I'm Jack Bannon, the band teacher at South Valley Junior High, appearing as an avatar in solidarity with my students. They recently had an assignment to write a paragraph describing their favorite holiday food or tradition. It seems ChatGPT may have had some opinions as well. I paired their chosen avatar with their selected AI voice to read their work aloud. A few, like me, chose to record their own voice. You'll get to see some of the results during our set changes tonight, but I'll be sure to upload all of them to our YouTube channel tomorrow. Before the concert begins, there are some special people that deserve extra recognition. My student teacher, Chanson Peck, will be running the whole concert tonight. I am incredibly proud of the job he's done preparing the students for this concert and of his growth as a teacher these past few months. Band Council does a lot of work to make the South Valley Band experience better for everyone. On these concert days, Owen, Lucy, Alice, Evelyn, Colin, Zoe, and yes, even Fiona, work tirelessly from the time school gets out until after the show. Thank you for all you do. My longtime colleagues, Mrs. Levy, Miss Larson, Mrs. Griggs, Ms. Dector, Dr. Sanchez, and Mr. Seagraves, continue to prove themselves invaluable to me and our South Valley Band program. Thank you, parents, for keeping your children focused on their music while suffering through squeaks, squawks, and complaints about having to make time to practice at home. The consistent encouragement and support you provide plays a large part in the success of performances like tonight. Most of all, I extend my heartfelt thanks, absolute pride, and 10,000 aura points to my students for their dedication to music, for making me laugh, and for being so mindful and demure in the way they consistently point out how much younger Mr. Peck is than me. You really do make my season bright.
Thank you, Cameron, for providing such wonderful piano music as our audience entered the auditorium. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chanson Peck, Mr. Bannon's student teacher at South Valley Junior High. Tonight's concert focuses on festive holiday music, now that we're all done eating Thanksgiving leftovers. Mr. Bannon is up in the booth running the live stream, so I get the better job of conducting the students tonight. We'll start the concert with 4 tunes from our jazz band. Then our 7th grade band will perform 2 songs, followed by 4 pieces from our 8th grade bands. We are lucky to have the Campo Verde Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Mr. Matt Kozak, send us into the holiday season with a rousing performance of Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride to end the night.
Good evening, my name is Madison Stoll.
And I'm Diana Ponte. Madison and I both play percussion in 7th grade band.
Welcome to our holiday concert. Before we start the show, please help us acknowledge all people who helped us succeed this semester.
Our South Valley administration, Mr. Schley, Mr. Yanis, and Mrs. Hutchinson for their strong support of music at South Valley.
Mr. Kozak, the Campo Verde band director, for taking the time to visit our band classes several times and having our 8th grade band perform at the Campo football game.
Aaron Wilson, Campo's auditorium manager, for hosting this concert.
Mr. Seagraves, Mrs. Dector, and Dr. Sanchez for introducing us to our instruments in elementary school and preparing us for junior high band.
Our parents for encouraging us to do our best, and of course Mr. Bannon for setting high standards and helping us to achieve them.
We especially thank Mr. Bannon's student teacher, Mr. Peck, for being our main teacher this whole semester. We're really going to miss you, Mr. Peck.
We prepared a lot for tonight's performances and deserve to be the absolute center of your attention. Please applause. Loud applause shows us that you appreciate us, but please do not shout, whistle, or call out anyone's name. Now take a moment to silence those electronic devices, extinguish your screens, and turn off any small children.
My name is Michaela Shackelford.
And I'm Karina Romero.
We both play clarinet in 8th grade band.
And alto saxophone and jazz band.
Jazz etiquette is a little different than other bands. Unlike our concert bands that you'll hear later, it is appropriate and expected for audiences to applaud after a solo, even in the middle of a song.
Please be enthusiastic in your acknowledgement of each soloist, but keep your applause brief and do not yell out or whistle.
7th graders, we hope you like what you hear and are inspired to be in jazz band next year.
Our first jazz song is Home for the Holidays, featuring tenor saxophone solo by Alda Barbara.
My name is Kason Clark, and I play trumpet in the 8th grade band and jazz band. Our next song, Silver Bells, is a jazz waltz, meaning there are 3 beats in each measure instead of 4. It features a solo by Benson Hodges on the piano.
My name is Dill Nares, and I play trombone in 8th grade band and jazz band. Everyone in all our South Valley bands are grateful to Mr. Bannon's student teacher, Mr. Peck, for working with us this semester. We know he'll be a fantastic band director at his new job at Kyrene Altadena Middle School in Ahwatukee, and want to thank him in a special musical way. So we've invited him to play the next tune with us, the Christmas song. Be sure to recognize our two soloists, Chanson Clark on trumpet and Mr. Peck on trombone.
My name is Owen Kozak, and I play drums in 8th grade band and drums and jazz band. Our final jazz song of the night, Groanin', is based on the jazz standard Moanin' by Bobby Timmons. In keeping with the holiday spirit, we imagine Santa feeling exhausted after hauling gifts around all night. He would definitely be grounded by the time he gets back to the North Pole and takes the heavy sack off his shoulder. Alice Porte, our baritone sax player, will give up her spot in the band to a special guest soloist. I won't say who it is, but bari sax and heavy sax sure sound similar.
Are a few of my favorite things.
Hi, my name is Aiden. My favorite thing to do on Thanksgiving is watch the football games, like the Cardinals playing against the Steelers or maybe Vikings and the Jaguars. The seasons of football are so fun to watch while your family members are eating, because if the other team scores your family gets mad, which is pretty funny when it happens. The other thing I like to do is eating pumpkin pie. Every Thanksgiving my mom goes to the store while everything is low on price and she finds pumpkin pie. Some of my family members don't like it, which is kinda weird. They say apple pie is better, but it isn't better.
Hey, it's Livy. I'm writing to you today to talk about my favorite holiday. As much as I would want to talk about my love for pumpkin pie and how I wish I could enjoy it all year round, I think I should tell you about my favorite holiday of the season, Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday because there's nothing better than waking up on Christmas morning smelling freshly baked cookies from the kitchen and jumping to wake up your parents so you can unwrap presents. Christmas brings together the warmth of traditions no matter how cold it is outside. Waking up bright and early so you can see what you got in your stocking while turning on a festive movie beats anything like New Year's or Thanksgiving. Although Thanksgiving might not be my favorite holiday, I still get to experience the feeling of gratitude when sharing thoughtful gifts with one another and cherishing the year the Lord has brought me. I am aware that Christmas isn't about the material things, but unwrapping a gift that you've been waiting all year for is probably one of the most exciting things yet. The thrill of tearing away that first piece of festive wrapping paper and catching a glimpse of the present you've been dying to receive is most definitely unmatched. However, what's even better than getting a gift of your own is watching your family or friends' faces light up when they're opening their own presents. In all, Christmas is my favorite holiday of the season because I think there's something truly magical about the big decorations, the cozy atmosphere, and the joy that fills the air when people can put aside their everyday stresses to come together and share love, whether it's through meals, gifts, or even each other's company. Happy holidays, Livy.
My name is Michael. It's the night before Christmas. I hear my parents wrapping up the entryway to one of the rooms in my house. Every year, we wrap up the entryway to a door, and behind it are clues to where we are going for a vacation. Last year my sister and I finished unwrapping our gifts. It was time to run through the wall. My mom pulled out her phone and we got ready. 3, 2, 1. My sister yells and we run through the wall. There was a bubble-wrapped item that had clues in it. For each item, we guessed what we thought it was. Finally, in the middle of the wrap was an ornament of Mexico. My sister and I concluded that this year we will be going to Canada.
Hi, my name is Cameron and my favorite holiday dish is the cheese ball my mom makes on Thanksgiving. My mom gets a bunch of cream cheese, I think, and molds it into a ball-shaped shape, and then she puts these yummy nuts on it. I don't know what nuts they are, but they are yummy. Then she puts scallion on it, and it's so yummy, and then she puts other stuff on it, like cucumbers or something. One of my favorite parts is when she puts crackers around the bottom of the cheese ball to make it look fancy, but my all-time favorite is when my family is here and my mom is distracted. That's when I take it and hide it into my room and eat it all. Then my sisters threatened to tell Mom, but then I said, hey, how about you eat it with me? Then they're like, yeah. But don't tell Mom, and I'm like, okay, and then we eat it, and by the time we are done, there were already like 1 billion people threatening to tell my mom, so I tell them to eat it with us, and not tell. My least favorite part though, is at the end, when we all finish the cheese ball, they all run and tell my mom, and they say they didn't eat it, and that I ate the whole thing. At least I got to eat the yummy cheese ball. Beaming face with smiling eyes emoji.
Hi, my name is London Billings. My favorite holiday is Christmas. Every Christmas morning me and my brother like to go in my parents' room and wake them up. We used to jump on the bed, but I don't do that anymore. The worst part is when I have to wait to open presents because I have to wait in my parents' room so Mom can go down and take the dogs outside. Then my mom takes a video of us going downstairs. We go and open our stockings. Then we have breakfast with my cousin and grandma and grandpa and the whole family. After breakfast they talk for a really long time before we open our presents. My favorite presents I ever got were a drum set and Bad Religion concert. I like Christmas because I like to spend time with my family.
Hi, my name is Daniel. My favorite holiday has to be Thanksgiving because I love the mashed potatoes my mom gets to make for me. The mashed potatoes look like a volcano, with gravy being the best part of the volcano that flows down. The mashed potatoes looking hot and scorching, but also looks super tasty. The turkey also looks freshly made out of the oven, steaming up the whole entire dining room, as if you were done taking a hot bath and ended up leaving with a steaming bathroom.
My name is Mason Walker, and I play the tenor saxophone in 7th grade band. Our first piece is a medley. A medley is made up of multiple songs played back to back. Please don't applaud until Mr. Peck lowers his arms at the end. The medley called Three English Carols includes The Holly and the Ivy, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and What Child Is This?
My name is Malia Barnes and I play trumpet in 7th grade band. Our final piece, Jolly Old Sleigh Ride, is a festive nighttime sleigh ride through a snowy wonderland. We hope our performance sparks images of rosy cheeks, cozy scarves, shared laughter, and the crunch of snow beneath our sleigh.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Hi, my name is Everly, and my favorite part of Thanksgiving is the pies. Every year my mom makes around 6 different pies for Thanksgiving. She always makes pecan, pumpkin, and one of my favorites, banana. This year, however, she is also making chocolate peanut butter pie and my favorite, orange dreamsicle. I like the orange dreamsicle the best because the way she makes it, it has a graham cracker crust with an orange jello layer, then an orange cream topped with whipped cream. I love the way it tastes sweet but not overpowering. It is a smooth creamy consistency with a slight bit of tartness because of the orange. That is why the orange dreamsicle pie is my favorite part of Thanksgiving.
Hello, I'm Axel. My favorite thing about the holidays is what we do during Christmas Eve. For those who don't know, I'm Hispanic. So that means I party a lot, especially during the holidays and especially on Christmas Eve. We have this big party usually in my family's house and we invite a lot of people. My grandma and my mom make this delicious soup named menudo. This is 100% my favorite soup my nana makes. When it's ready I can smell the fresh broth and the taste is amazing, fresh beef tripe with lemon, onions and cilantro. After that they make another soup called pozole using seasoning my nana keeps secret. That party is fun, having all my family come over so we can play games on my Switch and stay up late, always till like 12 at night. Usually we party longer, but since the next day is Christmas we don't.
Hi, I'm Colin. My favorite tradition during Thanksgiving is our family dinner. A week or so before, my grandma preps the food for the big night. We show up a few hours early to help set up and socialize. It is always a super fun experience with fun bonding time. We always go over to my grandma's house. The food is very tasty and there are even fun appetizers before, like shrimp cocktail and skewers. I'm glad that I get to take part in this tradition and have fun with my family. This tradition started ever since my grandparents moved to Arizona from Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Madison, and my favorite holiday tradition is probably when my family and I make tapioca pudding on Christmas Eve. Every Christmas Eve night when my mom starts making tapioca pudding, she always has my sister and I go in our rooms. The reason why she has us go in our rooms is because she doesn't want us to cheat at the almond game when we do the tapioca pudding. One of my parents always puts an almond in the pudding and mixes up the cup, and whoever gets the almond gets a treat or something. And one year I finally got the almond in it, and my prize and treat was a big jar of chocolate raisins, best thing ever. And I made a deal with my little sister that whoever gets the almond had to give the winner a yes day.
Hello. My name is Maichi. My favorite holiday has to be Christmas because of the memories and joy I've had with my family, like when me and my entire family all slept at my grandparents' house, including uncles, aunts, and cousins. This was going to be my first all-nighter to see Santa enter through the chimney, but I passed right out on the kitchen table. Once we all woke up, the little guys like me, under 7 years old, played with the dogs and trampoline while our parents made the food. I remember the joy hopping up and down on the trampoline and the adrenaline rushing through our little heads from those dogs going berserk, the smell of the sweet pies, and the fire alarm always going off because my grandparents' old ears forgetting that the timer was buzzing. There's no hate on Christmas for our family. No jealousy, hate, or arguments. Nothing but pure joy, because on Christmas Day is the happiest day for my family. I still remember what I've got on that Christmas Day, a Nerf modulus regulator. In my 6-year-old head the name sounded so cool. Once everyone opened up their presents, we went berserk again. I don't know how we had that much energy. Finally the food, the sweet desserts, and even some burnt foods because of our grandparents. We didn't care, us little guys would eat anything on sight. I don't remember the rest of what happened right after that because me and my sibling passed right out for hours.
Hi, my name is Mason. My favorite holiday tradition is going exploring at my grandma's house. There's a large trail right next to my grandma's house that we go to every Thanksgiving and Christmas. Me and several of my cousins go, and try to explore more and more of it every holiday. We use things we find along the way to build random objects or markers. We make them to see if they're still there the next time we go to the trail. We also make little huts and shelters out of palm tree leaves and sticks. I always wonder what we are going to find and make every time it gets close to the holidays.
My name is Ella. My favorite family tradition occurs on Christmas Eve. Every Christmas Eve my family and I watch a Muppets Christmas Carol. When we watch it, my siblings and I will get blankets and pillows, and bring them downstairs. We watched the movie after dinner, so it was dark outside. This makes it a really good movie watching experience in the living room. While we are watching the movie there are snacks we can eat. There are ruffled chips and shrimp dip. There are hickory farms, which is a type of sausage. We also have various types of cheeses out like pub cheese and brie. We have crackers out too. Then we eat the crackers, sausage, and cheese together. It is delicious. As we watch the movie we are also in our new Christmas pajamas because every Christmas Eve, my siblings and I get to open a present that my parents choose, and every Christmas Eve it is pajamas. Overall, watching the movie with my family in pajamas while eating yummy snacks is one of my favorite traditions.
Good evening, my friends. My name is Aldo, and my favorite tradition that my family and I have ever done is making tamales from scratch on Christmas Eve. This tradition has been going on ever since before I was born. It all starts when my family drives to my tia Rocio's house in Mexico, Mexicali. There, we all meet up and talk a bit just like any other family reunion. We play games and we all have fun. But when my tio Roberto comes, that is when we get quote-unquote serious. We all gather around and start making the dough for the tamales. Well, it's more so that the adults do it while we are having fun. You can smell the dough, and it just makes you want to eat it before it even cooks. Every year, our family mixes up the recipes to make them better. Sometimes, we make tamales de elote and we make them sweet. These are my favorite. I remember my favorite memory of that tradition almost like the back of my hand. We were all eating our tamales when all of a sudden the doorbell rang. And it turns out that Santa came at midnight and gave us our presents. I got so many toys and gifts and it was just such a surprise. Well, anyway, Have a good day, my friends.
Hi, I'm Poking. One of my favorite holiday traditions is making song su, a traditional Chinese food. With my family. Song su are sticky rice dumplings wrapped in bamboo leaves, and we usually make them around the Dragon Boat Festival, but it has become a cherished activity during the winter holidays as well. The process starts with soaking glutinous rice overnight until it becomes soft and sticky. My favorite filling is a savory mix of marinated pork belly, shiitake mushrooms, salted egg yolks, and chestnuts. The aroma of the marinated pork, combined with the earthy scent of mushrooms, fills the kitchen as we cook the filling. When they are finally ready, the bamboo leaves are unwrapped to reveal the glistening, sticky rice, infused with the rich flavors of the filling. The texture is a delightful contrast between the chewy rice and the tender, flavorful pork. Sharing these homemade song su around the table, with everyone enjoying their hard work, is a heartwarming tradition that brings us closer together every year.
Hey!
My name is Ella Carlisle, and I play flute in 8th grade band. On behalf of all band students, I invite you to stand as we perform our country's national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
My name is Ollie Fabiani, and I play trumpet in the 8th grade band. Our next song, Cambridge Carol, is an arrangement of the seasonal favorite known as Ding Dong Merrily on High. It was the first published in a collection of songs called A Cambridge Carol Book in 1924, and that is where our title comes from.
My name is Aldo Barba, and I play saxophone in the 8th grade band and jazz band. Our next song is a strong favorite this time of year, and one we really like to play. It is based on a Ukrainian New Year song written in the early 1900s and has changed names several times since then. You'll know it as Carol of the Bells.
I'm Leah Perez, and I'm glad I got picked to do this introduction because I really like to talk. We have one more song for you before the Campo Verde Wind Ensemble closes tonight's performance. It's a mix of holiday favorites featuring different sections of our band. On behalf of all our South Valley performers tonight, I'll end with the title of our final song, and to all a good night.
are a few of my favorite things.
My name is Andrew. My favorite holiday tradition is when my family hosts Christmas morning at our house. We get up early and set tables and chairs in our living room. Then my mom and dad start making French toast and eggs. My siblings always get in trouble on Christmas because they keep doing dumb things while they wait for our cousins and grandparents to get there. One thing I like about this tradition is that I just got to see my family the night before, and then they get to come to my house on Christmas.
Hello, my name is Emmett and I would like to share my favorite holiday tradition with you. One of my most favorite holiday traditions is when we put a nice shoe under the tree because my family on my mom's side is from Uruguay and I think that is where that tradition comes from. So first we go around the house singing a song I think is in Spanish. Back when my mom was young, one of her brothers hurt his foot while doing singing around the house and said, "Oh my feet, oh my feet, oh my feet." So now we put those words in the song and it is the only part in English. Then we put the nice shoe under the tree and go to bed.
Hey there, I'm Jaden Ruiz. One of my favorite traditions while celebrating Thanksgiving is my family talking to each other about relationships. This event happens 30 minutes before the food is served. I like that tradition because I like hearing all of the drama of what is happening in my family's lives. In addition, my favorite Christmas tradition is when Santa brings pajamas or clothes the night before Christmas. I like this tradition because I end up getting presents that I asked for on my wish list, instead of clothes on Christmas Day.
What is goody? My name is Fiona. My favorite holiday tradition is when I open presents in the morning with my family. Later in the day, I get ready while I'm singing Billie Eilish songs. After that, I go to my aunt's big house with her huge tree filled with cool ornaments. We spend a lot of family time together, especially my cousins and I. We open a lot of presents, and every time I start opening a big box I'm hoping that the hottie herself Billie Eilish will pop out of it. After presents, we eat a yummy dinner with hot turkey, creamy mac and cheese, and then tasty mashed potatoes and green beans. Then, we do karaoke and I have to go through a long time listening to my brother's annoying singing voice. Everyone eventually goes home but I stay at my cousin's house and have a sleepover. We stay up late watching Christmas movies, eating buttery popcorn, playing Fortnite, and watching hot Billie Eilish edits. We had loads of fun trying to stay quiet while we're laughing at 3 a.m. The next day we wake up and go ice skating. I've always loved Christmas, and I'm hoping I can continue the tradition in the future years.
Hi, I'm Livy, and my favorite tradition is decorating the Christmas tree with my mom. First, we must lug the big box containing our fake Christmas tree into the house. Normally, my dad does this part. Then, we carefully take the separate parts of the tree out and assemble them. My mom and I have to fluff the branches so they aren't droopy and sad. After that, we get out our huge collection of ornaments and strategically place the ornaments all over the tree. In the back of the tree, we put my brother's ugly homemade ornaments. The pretty ones go in the front. Once we finish the ornaments, my mom puts golden berry branches into the tree while I hold them and hand them to her. Finally, we make a bow out of beautiful crimson satin ribbon and place it on top. We plug in the Christmas tree and the fairy lights glimmer, making our tree look gorgeous.
Greetings. For those who don't know me, I am Elias. For those who do know me, I am still Elias. You can also call me Ebias or some other stupid name, I don't really care. My parents, cousins, aunts and uncles get together and we spend time with each other during the holidays, which is also when it gets really loud. I have to deal with it every day, so I'm kinda used to it. I like to eat at least a few hundred bowls of this soup called menudo. I have no idea how it is made. The last time I tried making food I almost burned down the house. One of my favorite moments was when I was 9-year-old me on the couch sipping hot cocoa while watching Frosty the Snowman with my buddy Pascal. He is this elf we have that moves around my house every night, and if I accidentally hit him he doesn't come back unless I write him an apology. One memory I wish I didn't have was wearing my little pajamas having to listen to Mariah Carey singing over and over again. Please man, please make it stop. Anyways, I remember leaving the house after that and seeing Christmas lights everywhere.
Hi, my name is Alex. I would like to tell you about one of my favorite family traditions, Christmas cookies. Each holiday my family and I bake sugar cookies as a group. My favorite part is cutting the dough into the shape of cookies using various cutters. The smell of the sugar cookies as they bake is very nice. When they are finally let out of the oven, the brilliant aroma washes through the room, and everyone knows it's time to taste. We each taste our cookies and have a great dessert for weeks to come. One of my favorite things about the cookies is my sister's concoctions. She loves to go crazy with the sprinkles and always makes the craziest cookies. There are more shades of sprinkles on her cookies than colors in the Mona Lisa. The variety of shapes covers everything from Santa hats to mischievous elves, and even a dinosaur or two.
Hi, I'm Isaac. My favorite holiday tradition is when my family of 5 opens our gifts on Christmas Eve because I love the way the presents look wrapped under the tree with the blue and red lights. Bro, I also hate this tradition because my parents put the presents under the tree a week before. This bothers me because I want to rip them open and see what's hiding under the wrapping paper. This tradition started when I was about 8 years old, so 5 years ago, when my dad suggested it. I'm so glad he did because it has stuck with me ever since. My favorite time was when my parents didn't put the presents under the tree until the day of, and said they forgot to go Christmas shopping.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and my favorite holiday to celebrate is New Year's because of all of the traditions and fireworks. Our family and neighbors always have a big celebration at the end of our street in the cul-de-sac. We always start with the food because every year somebody else has to make the hot dogs and provide snacks. Then we blow up fireworks. Our neighbors always have these giant fireworks, and they are very big and loud. After, when all of the fireworks are done, we use the fireworks containers as wood and make a bonfire, which our shall we say interesting neighbor jumps over with his dirt bike. Then we go home and our family makes our New Year's resolutions. Then we watch a movie and go sleepy. Bye.
My name is Leah. My favorite holiday is New Year's. I like New Year's because blowing up fireworks with friends is super fun. I prefer New Year's over Thanksgiving for many reasons. For Thanksgiving, you can say what you're thankful for and eat lots of food. But sometimes you can be bored if it's only adults hanging out and you're the only child. That's what I have to face every Thanksgiving. But with New Year's, I normally hang out with one person. She is my best friend. Every New Year's our dads go somewhere and get some fireworks so she and I can take some photos or just have fun. My favorite memory with her was last year when we went to this fire truck that held a New Year's party. We go every year, at least we try. It is super fun cause there are also water slides and lots of good food, hot dogs, snow cones, soda, and more. So I prefer New Year's over Thanksgiving.
Hi, I'm Dre. My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. I like
Good evening. How are we doing tonight? Yeah? My name is Mr. Kozak. I am the band director here at Campo Verde High School. I am very, very excited to have our wind ensemble performing for you tonight. We're going to be performing Sleigh Ride. Just a couple of quick announcements. If you're not busy next Tuesday night, especially all of the South Valley students, Mr. Bannon will give you an A in your class. He already told me. You'll get an A in your class if you come to our concert next Tuesday night. All right? So come be I'm not actually. Will you give him an A, Mr. Bannon? No? Okay. Well, listen, I'll give you an A next year. All right, so come to our concert next Tuesday night if you're not busy. We have our jazz band performing, our percussion ensemble, our symphonic band, and our wind ensemble will be performing again, along with our United Sound chapter is going to be performing with us that night. So that's announcement number one. Announcement number two, for all the 8th grade parents, I've been emailing. I just want to make sure you got the email. Make sure you check your email that I've sent out because we have a really, really special opportunity next year for our band program. We were invited to perform at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Ireland, in Cork, Ireland. And so We're going to be making a big trip there, and we want to make sure that you're involved. If you want to be involved, every kid can be involved. You don't have to be in marching band. You can learn how to march in like 2 days. It's fine. And we'll take you to Ireland. It'll be a great time. So we're going to see. It's going to be a really great long tour too. It's a 6 night trip to Ireland over spring break. Don't have to worry about missing school. So it'll be really fun. Anyway, check your email and check out that. There's a website on our band website, CampoVerdeBand.com. Under the parent drop-down, there's an Ireland information page too. So just get all the information, fill out the form if you're interested. We just want to make sure that you have plenty of time. We don't want to get here next year and then be like, oh my gosh, I would love to go, but we can't fundraise that much by that time. So we want to start early and make sure you guys have plenty of time. So, and then the third announcement. I need a very young volunteer. A very young volunteer from the audience. Let's see, who really wants that? I gotta see if you really want to come up here. I see someone way back there jumping with the reindeer antlers. Come on up, who's got the reindeer antlers? Yeah. Mom and Dad, you can come up too if you want a video. It's going to be fun. Come on up, right up here. Come on up the stairs up here. All right. And what's your name?
Cadence.
Cadence. You're going to conduct the band tonight.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's going to be really fun, okay? Are you ready? I'll teach you. All right, I hope you enjoy Sleigh Ride.
I'm incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to work alongside Mr. Bannon throughout this semester. Though my time here at South Valley is quickly coming to an end, I will always cherish the moments I have shared with the students here. I couldn't have asked for a better jumpstart into my own teaching career. I will begin my career teaching band at Kyrene Altadena Middle School in Ahwatukee starting January 6th. But I'll always remember student teaching at South Valley and my time with your wonderful children. Thank you so much for sharing them with me.